So in the fingering exercises that I taught Steven Tyler in that dream that I mentioned in the introduction video, this was the first one I taught him. Open, first finger, low 2. So if you're new to violin, I don't have any tape marks in this particular violin. It's about an inch or so from the nut is the first one, do, re, and then close. It's not mi, do, re, mi. It's like a minor thing. This is the first one I showed him. And then do that on the next string. The same fingering on every string. Take a different bow stroke on each note. Try it again from the low G. Next. Take your bow to the next string. Next string. Then try it backwards. Low 2, 1, open. Plop them down on the A string. Plop all your fingers down on the D string. Not all your fingers, just the 2. 1 and 2 will be right touching each other close. So let's do the whole sequence. All the way up and all the way back. Forward and backwards. Next string. Next string. And backwards. Now these are not a song, they're not a key, they're not a scale, they're only muscle practice. This is one fingering and one spacing that you'll need in the violin. All right, so now I did that with taking a slight pause between each string. Let's go on and make it a little bit more musical and make all the notes the same length. So it's going to be like triplets. Next. 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 Backwards. By doing these, you're coordinating the bow, changing strings, you're getting the fingering consistent. If you're not sounding exactly like me, some kind of a weather alert. Maybe that's a sign. Anyways, continue. It doesn't seem no wind or nothing, so I guess I'm all right. Here in Florida. I never know here in Florida sometimes. But where was I? So make them rhythmic, keep them rolling, keep them going. The next step would be to do them slurred. If you don't know what slur is, it's simply keeping the bow going while you're moving your fingers. You go, oh my God, it's so hard. No, it's not. Downstroke. While the bow is moving, put the first finger down. While the bow is still moving, put the second finger down. Try that again. Put the bow back down at the frog and try it again. Try it a few times. Getting the hang of it? Good. Now, the next string, this is where it gets a little tricky, left, right brain. If you finish the down bow, you roll your bow to the next string and do up bow, same thing. Open, keep the bow moving, 1, 2. If you're at the very beginning, that might be quite hard for you. Put it back to tip. Now let's try those 2 strings. For this, I put that little pause back in. Next string. Let's try that again. G. D. One more time. A string down, E string up. Let's do that whole sequence from the G string. Down bow, D string, A string, E string. Now backwards. Downstroke, A string, up bow, downstroke on the D, upstroke on the G. So ultimately, you should be able to do any note in any direction of the bow. It takes a little bit of doing and muscles getting used to these kind of things and motions. It's just like learning to walk. At first, you probably weren't too good about it. We could ask your mother or father if they're there and if they're still living. And you probably weren't too good at it at first. You had to get better at it. That's by repetition. Same thing here. You're going to learn the finger motions and learn the bow motions and get them all together just by doing it. Even though this is not a song, it's not very musical, it's going to get you to play music faster. So now let's try this whole mess without the pauses. Downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, up, down, up, down. Again, a little faster. If you can't keep up with me, that's okay. Practice. It's just repetition will be your friend. Just like doing push-ups makes you stronger. All right? Nothing should be tense, that kind of strength. Just getting your muscles used to doing it and the nerves. If you're a late starter on the violin, it's even more important to do this kind of stuff, I think. It's muscle training. Just turn your brain off and just do it, because adults always want to know how everything works. Well, this is how it works. Just do it over and over at first. Now, if we want to go even further, let's take it a step further. Let's slur 2 strings worth. So it's going to be down bow on the, it's going to take a little more speed, but down bow on the G string and the D string. So you have to do what's called saving your bow. Don't move it too fast. About halfway. Use half the bow for each string. So you're also learning to use the whole bow, which is important. Now I'm using a short bow, some of you may see. That's my thing. But long bow, short bow, whatever you want, as long as it's a bow. Let's try that with an up bow. That's a little weirder because you got to kind of change strings and while you're going up. Try and get to exactly the bow plane you need when you get there. D string. Even if you say D string out loud. So we got 2 strings slurred. It's 6 notes. Let's try it again. D, up bow on A, up bow on E, down bow on E, A string, up. So we're simply going across the fingerboard and back down. So let's do this again. We're slurring 2 strings each. Up, down, up. One of the tricks of being when you slur is to keep the fingering very accurate as far as the timing of it goes. When you have a rhythm to play with the bow, it's quite easy. In most cases, the bow creates the rhythm. But when you're slurring, the bow doesn't. There's now no rhythm at all. So the rhythm has to be created by the fingering hand. So keep that in mind. Make them change notes exactly as on time as you can. So we did 2 strings. Let's try to skip right to all 4. So you have to really save your bow and go fast with the fingers. Whoa, try that again. Time it out. All right, just keep the arm relaxed. Just keep it steadily moving at a slower rate. These fingers go faster, the arm goes slower. Another left-right brain thing. Lift the bow. Let's try it again with a down bow. One more time. And backwards, up bow. Get the tip again on the E string and do that again. Whole mess. Could you hear I was giving a little pulse push with the bow at each new string. I'm doing that with a combination of a little extra speed there and a little pulse. It's all between the thumb and the opposing first finger, just squeezing a little bit. Bow presses is another exercise we have here. Oh, did you notice that time? I started the whole mess up bow. You should be able to, like I said earlier, start everything in any direction. So first we did it down bow. Then I started up bow. I think that was in the dream. Let's see this exercise we can do. Oh, it'd be so cool to show your fans. And weird dream, I know. Actually, I often have dreams with famous musicians. It's kind of weird. Anyways, I hope you enjoy that. We'll go in depth in some other fingering exercises too. You can make up your own, any finger you want. Make up your own. But I'll give you a complete list of every possibility I can think of. And I'll probably do videos, maybe not this long for all of them. We'll do a quick one. And so you can try every combination you can and have your fingers be ready. My fingers feel warm and fuzzy right now just having done that. So I hope it benefits you too.